Summer is in full swing and I hope you are enjoying it. If you have any plans to buy or sell real estate this summer, let's look at the market and see what the experts have to say about it. Hi, I'm Shamika Fox, your Santa Cruz real estate expert, and I want to help guide you toward the best decision for your family and your biggest asset, your home. Looking at mortgage rates, Sam Khater, chief economist with Freddie Mac, says mortgage rates continue to inch downward this week, but are still significantly higher than last year, affecting affordability and purchase demand. Heading into the summer, the potential homebuyer pool has shrunk and supply is on the rise, and the housing market is normalizing. After the way the market has looked the last couple of years, this is a welcome relief to many. With fewer buyers and more sellers out there, there is hope out for those buyers that are staying in this real estate market. In addition, Freddie Mac suggests that mortgage rates have hit a plateau in the last 6 weeks, giving even more hope to buyers that fewer people will see themselves being priced out of this current market. So the question begs, have mortgage rates finally hit their peak? Will we see some sort of quote-unquote normalcy come back to the real estate market? While no one can say for sure, the first thing I want to point out is that with interest rates rising, it has many buyers questioning whether now is the right time to enter the real estate market. The interesting nuance to this dichotomy is that 2 months ago, many of my home buyers were asking me to slow the market down so that they could get their foot in the door, literally and figuratively. Well, I am no magician, but now is the time for those buyers who wanted less competition to write offers and actually get their new homes secured. Yes, interest rates are higher than they have been, but still considered competitive. In this market, it is crucial to have an experienced agent on your team, one who is able to strategize and finesse the numbers so that they are manageable to you as a buyer and still get your offer considered and then accepted. We just had a buyer write an offer, get a counter price that they couldn't afford. We discussed options with the lender, and we were actually able to negotiate a rate buy down through a seller credit and get the purchase price where the seller would accept. So yes, interest rates are higher and there is a bit more flex for a deal in this market. So don't be afraid to explore your options and ask the questions necessary to accomplish your end goal of home ownership. Here at Fox Realty Group, we have seen a lot of different kinds of markets, including the 2008 crash. And we are constantly looking at expert advice, analyzing the market, and giving the best expert advice that we can to our clients to help navigate the market. Rates are nowhere near where they have been, and normal is an ever-changing target, but we are always here to help you navigate any market we may face. Are we getting to see a market correction? This question is being pondered by many experts right now. So let's take a look at what they have to say. First off, to have a market correction, we must see a decline of 10% or greater in the prices of either a security asset or financial market. Headlines are saying a lot of things about the market that cause concern and confusion, but ultimately, no, we are not seeing a market correction, but we are seeing a change of some kind. Daniel Hale from Realtor.com says, the housing market is a turning point. We're at a turning point. We're starting to see signs of a new direction, but the ball is still in the seller's court in most housing markets. End quote. Generally speaking, we're still seeing a seller's market. The last 2 years being market anomalies, we are interested to see where the market is actually going. Supply and demand have always dictated the pricing of goods, including homes. With this ever-changing market we are currently in, how will home prices be affected in the coming months? That's a great question. And will we be seeing a market more like before 2020? Let's take a look at the demand. This graph shows clearly a downward trend back to what we saw before 2020. We see that with all the changes that 2020 and 2021 brought, from interest rates to us viewing our homes differently, it caused a major increase in demand for housing. But now in 2022, we are now seeing demand and sales begin to drop. We also know that lower interest rates drove people into the housing market, and rising rates are now driving many back out. Showing time is also showing a decline in demand. Overall, experts are definitely showing a market shift in 2022 back to the kind of market we saw prior to 2020. In the first half of this year, we have seen appreciation at a rate that, in my opinion, is not sustainable. Experts across the board do not believe we are in a bubble. Realtor.com states, experts don't believe the market is in a housing bubble or a crash is in the cards, like during the Great Recession. The nation is still suffering from a housing shortage that has reached crisis proportions at a time when many millennials are reaching the age when they start to consider home ownership. That's likely to keep prices high. With millennials being the second largest generation, we currently have the increase in buyer demand that's been driving a price increase is not a short-term problem. Inflation and the possibility of a looming recession also appear to not be short-term problems, but don't let that scare you either. You can see right here that recession does not equal a housing crisis or crash. Actually, more often than not, the housing market actually improves during a recession. Now let's take a look at the local Santa Cruz real estate market. Total active listings in the county of Santa Cruz for the beginning of July is at 470 homes for sale. The total number of new listings in Santa Cruz County is down from last month, 226 to 184 for single family homes. The total number of new listings in Santa Cruz County is down from last month from 51 to 37 for condos and townhouses. Santa Cruz County sales price to list price for single family homes is down from 109% last month to 104% this month. Santa Cruz County sales price to list price for condo townhomes is down from 110% last month to 102%. The number of pending listings in Santa Cruz County changed to 34, and the number of sold Santa Cruz home listings came in at 64. The median sales price for Santa Cruz County single family homes is up slightly from last month from $1,312,500 to $1,325,000. The median sales price for condo townhomes in Santa Cruz County is down slightly from last month from $852,500 to $800,000. If you have questions on how the current Santa Cruz real estate market could affect your real estate dreams and goals, please reach out for a complimentary, confidential consultation. I'm Shamika Fox, your Santa Cruz real estate expert, and as always, I'm here to help.